Hey guys, it's me, Johnny Crimson 2000 here. Welcome back to my Project Justice story mode playthrough. So now I'm going to be going to Gedo High School. We've seen these guys a couple times before, not that much, not as much as some of the other teams. But as before, this first page, the same as everything. So I'm not going to be reading it. You guys can though if you want. The big boss of Gedo High, Daigo Kazama, who was embarrassed at the fact Hio and Milano controlled him, has been missing since giving his exit notice. On top of that, Akira has transferred to a girls' high school, so Edge and Gon, although they graduated to the 2nd grade, were left feeling somewhat empty. Then all of a sudden, Daigo appeared in front of them. While Edge and the others were pleased to see their boss return, Daigo gave strange orders. All schools must surrender to us. They will become our loyal soldiers. Hearing this kind of never before heard of fierce order from Daigo, the students of Gedo High got enthusiastic. The students finally left. Sorry guys. Anyway, this is episode 1, so the big boss, Daigo, has finally come back, but he's acting a bit strange. Hey, check it out. Aren't those Justice High teachers over there? What are we going to do, boss? Should we stop them before they mess up our plan? This will be a nice start to our party. Do it. Ha ha ha. Alright, boss. Hey, you two. Yeah, you. Are you having a date at this time of the day? Sorry, but now you're going to have to fight us. Very blunt about it, isn't it? You're Gedo High students. Why do you want to start a confrontation with us? Do it. Oh no, this doesn't look good. And here we go, guys. Now we're playing as Edge, Gon, and Daigo. Those are our main peeps for this story mode, and we're facing off against Hideo and Kyoko. But before I explain those two, I'm gonna go ahead and read Edge, Gon's, and Daigo's profile from the manual. Okay, so Edge, his uncontrolled manic streak keeps Edge on the brink of total violence. He follows his leader Daigo's instructions. Not very descriptive, huh? All right, Gon. Gon has extraordinary power, which he is very proud of. He teams up with Edge frequently. He loves food and can eat 5 cheeseburgers at every meal. And finally, Daigo. Big Boss Daigo is very strict, though warm-hearted. He has a strong sense of duty. He is also a very charismatic leader who never fights dirty. And yet he's ordering us around, trying to beat other people up. Fantastic. But anyway, guys, yeah, this is going to be our the 3 main people of this story mode, of this story. Edge, Gon, and Daigo. And I've talked briefly about them before, but I guess I can talk about them now. They're part of, like, I guess a gang, I guess you could say. I don't know if you guys know of anything about, like, gang activity, you know, school gang activity per se, like in animes and stuff like that, but a lot of them tend to have, like, those jackets with the high collars and stuff like that. So they all have that same jacket. I don't know if that's kind of like their trademark. And storyline-wise, Daigo left at the end of the first game because he got controlled by Hio, and now he came back, but now he's giving around like strange orders to Gon and Edge. And of course, Gon and Edge, you know, being part of the gang, they're kind of loyal to him, so they're like, yeah, sure, why not? Guess nobody questions their leader. And now we're going around beating people up. And good God, did Gon just like manhandle Kyoko. And I know I haven't talked that much about Justice High, meaning Hideo and Kyoko, but don't worry, don't worry. That's actually going to be the next story mode that I do, the next team that I do. Wahaha! Well, that's enough exercise for today. Ha ha ha! And another thing, you better stop snooping around, or next time we won't be pulling our punches. What's our next target, boss? Those rats sniffing around us. Episode 2, and now we're at Taiyo High School rooftop. Huh? Oh, that must be them. Good, they haven't noticed us yet. This is going to be cool. When it comes to chaos, Gedo High is the first school that comes to my mind. Let's go there and see what other... You shouldn't automatically cast suspicion just based on reputation. You should be more open-minded. Ha, it's too late for that. You shouldn't have accused us without proof. This makes me mad. What are we gonna do about it, boss? Go get them. Or get them. So yeah, I mean this group of students, Gedo High, is just basically going around just beating people up. And if you watch my previous teams, my previous Let's Play with the other teams, you would kind of see that. You know, with the other teams, we were just kind of playing around, and then all of a sudden, bam! Gedo High just popped out of nowhere, and they just wanted to fight. And now we're playing as them, and we can sort of see why. Or, I mean, like Daigo's ordering Edge and Gon around. So Edge and Gon aren't necessarily bad people. It's just that they follow Daigo's order like to the T. You know, they're part of a gang. That's their leader. You know, tell us what to do. We'll do it. But anyway, as far as the characters are concerned, I consider this team above any other team to be probably the slowest of all the teams. What I mean by that is that Daigo, he's a good character. It's just that most of his moves kind of come out, like it takes him a while for the moves to pop out, and which I guess makes sense because he's a powerhouse. You know, he swings his arms as you saw there. Like I swung my arm and it left me completely open. But yeah, this is definitely a team that is somewhat slow, but it's powerful because of Daigo and Gon. Gon, well, I think I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Edge. Sorry. Gon is obviously the strong character, the big guy of the game, of the series, really. You've heard me talk about him briefly before. He's sort of like unique in that he's not a wrestler. He doesn't look like your typical big guy. He's actually a sumo wrestler, but you wouldn't know that looking by his appearance. And of course, he is the big, slow, powerful type. And his moves are powerful. They're mostly close quarters. You know, he has 2 grappling moves. Yeah, I think he has 2 grappling moves, and he does this one move where he, like, you know, smacks you around, like kind of like what sumo wrestlers do when they wrestle. And Edge is really the only kind of, I guess, speed type, the only speedy guy in the group to kind of balance the other 2 guys out. But it's still, you know, if you want to use the other, if you play the way that I do, give each character, you know, their fair share of the spotlight, you'll notice that this team is, you know, easily the slowest one out of all the schools, really, in this game, which can be tough sometimes. Wahaha! Man, that was pathetic. You call that fighting? You guys suck. Stop snooping around, or we won't be so nice next time. Remember that, losers. You're definitely our leader, boss. You stop at nothing to win. That was amazing. Pondering. Episode 3, and we are going really fast in this playthrough. Huh? Oh, our boss is over there. What's he doing in a place like this? Looks like he's with somebody. Wait, who is that? So I need to crush either one of those Goron High students. Got that? I got it, madam. Or I need you to go. Whatever. Good. Oh, and say hello to the broom-headed geek who's eavesdropping over there. What did she just call me? Boss, who was that little girl? Let's go. Our target is Goron High. Boss? Ooh, so the plot thickens. And like I said, I mean, even in this playthrough where you kind of get to know, you know, what's going on with these guys, you really don't get to know much about why you're going around beating people up. The only real incentive is that Daigo's our boss. He tells us to go beat him up, and we go do it. Whatever. And I would consider this to be one of the toughest parts of the game if you don't know what you're doing. Easily. I mean, as I said before, this team above any other is the slowest team, and I would consider Goron High to be probably the fastest team. You know, Natsu herself is very, very tricky if you don't know what you're doing. And, you know, that's why I'm not playing around. I'm using team-up moves. I'm keeping close together. I'm, like, spamming some of the moves. And that's why, and the reason why is because during my practice playthroughs, I kept getting owned by this team. I would get her around to the life bar where she is now. Like, if you guys notice her life bar, it's like a sliver. And she would just come back. I mean, even now, look at that. Like, she took away so much of my life. And, you know, the reason is because she has projectiles, she's extremely fast, and she has that freaking annoying move where she, like, rolls on the ground and, like, spikes you up into the air, and she will follow up almost 100% of the time. And so for this, I was like, screw that, I'm using Edge. I am not using Gon anymore. I don't think I do anymore for, like, the rest of this playthrough, unfortunately. I love Gon, but, you know, he's just rather slow, and a lot of the characters in this game are, you know, they're really fast, and with a character like Gon, you really can't do much. And Roberto can go suck it, because, God, he gave me so much trouble during my practice runs. But, see, even now, like, I'm spamming the air move, the move where he throws the knife. And that's only because, you know, I know what he can do. I know what Roberto can do. He owned me during my practice runs, and I'm like, I am not having that during like the time when I record. Screw you, sir. Screw you. But oh, and one thing I should mention right there, you guys just saw that Edge has this annoying little thing that if he throws, if you do the quarter circle forward fierce punch move with him, where he throws the knife, he'll like turn around, and that's the most annoying thing ever, because it'll leave you wide open, unless you do a combo, of course. But I don't seem to be pulling that off very much in this playthrough. We don't have time to deal with these morons right now. Shoma, what happened to you? Where are you? I'm wondering the same thing. Boss, have you been getting your instructions from that little girl? Let's go. Boss! He probably didn't say it like that. Man, this is weird. Edge, what happened to our boss? Episode 4. Embankment on the Yamato River. Gon, I think something ain't right with our boss. I know what you mean, dude. It's whack. That was like the most out of place... Anyway, never mind. There's no way our boss would take orders from a little girl. Not the Daigo I know. Something must have happened to him while he was on his training trip. Maybe we'd better let Akira know about this. Edge, there was an order to gather all Gedo High students. Our target is Seijun High. What? That's where Akira was transferred to. That doesn't look good. We gotta do something. Oh snap. What's this? Are they trying to start a war or what? This isn't a joke. Where's our boss? Over there. Looks like Akira's with him. Brother, can't you hear me? Snap out of it. Akira! I ripped my shirt open. Wait, Akira, he won't listen to us right now. We'll have to take him by force. Alright, and so now we are joined by Akira and Zaki. Haven't seen them that much. I don't think we've seen them ever since Taiyo High School, really. So it's a nice little fresh, what's the expression? A new... Whatever, they're new. So anyway, I decided to play with them just to get a little bit of a break for Edge and Gon. And now we're fighting Wild Daigo, and I do beg the question, what happened to all the rest of the people? They don't want to help out? What's up with this? But anyway, this is the part where, if you don't know what you're doing, can be really annoying. What happens is that you're fighting Wild Daigo, like just him, so that means you're going to fight him twice, one round after the other. And what you have to do is that depending on how you finish this fight is how you're going to go the rest of the story mode. What I mean by that is that if you finish off Wild Daigo without using a team up or a party up technique, you'll get the bad ending, which I will be showing. However, if you use a team up move or a party up technique on Wild Daigo to knock him out, I think it's to knock him out, or you may just use it once, but whatever. If you do use that move, you'll get the good ending. And that's annoying if you don't know that, because it doesn't let you know until after the end of episode 5. So, you know, it's not like the game will stop if you don't use a team-up technique on this, in this match against Wild Daigo. But, you know, you'll go along the story mode, you'll continue going along the story mode as if nothing's happened. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, this is good. We beat Wild Daigo, we're going on episode 5. But in episode 5, you'll get the bad ending, and you're like, what the heck just happened? Well, now you know. So you have to use a team-up technique or a party-up technique. GameFAQ says party up technique, but as you'll see here, I use a team up technique, and I still got the good ending. So I'm not sure if, you know, if you just have to use a, you know, multi-person technique. But anyway, guys, that's the end of part 1. I'll see you in part 2. See you then.